Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go. Oh, listen to that ding. Welcome back, Tailflater folks. Jeff and Officer Greg out here with you today. You have seen us shoot Warwolf ammo before. It has to actually be said by trademark with that intonation. Warwolf out of Post Falls, Idaho, sent down some Extreme Penetrator Buckshot. We've shot a lot of Extreme Penetrator slugs out here. You've all seen Extreme Penetrator handgun rounds. What is Extreme Penetrator Buckshot? Well, they claim that it is a chromed steel. It's a .31 caliber, so a little bit tinier than a standard double-aught buckshot, each pellet. And they claim that well, they don't claim, we know that there's 10 pellets in each one of these rounds here, so as opposed to the typical 9 or 8 pellets in standard buckshot. So we're gonna give them a try, see if they happen to match the 1750 feet per second that Warwolf claims for speed. We're also gonna try them for penetration and see if they're any more penetrative than standard lead buckshot, standard old buckshot that you'd buy on a store shelf. So I don't know. Put your predictions down below.
I didn't know you could buy steel buckshot. Well, you know,
as you probably know, here in Cal Unicornia, every waterfowl round has to be steel. Now we can't shoot lead here because it evidently it poisons the unicorns or something. But steel birdshot is very common. Steel buckshot, I don't know. You think it's going to go any deeper or any farther or work any better?
I hope we'll find out. I hope we'll find out.
That's kind of why we're out here, I hope. Otherwise, we're just shooting other people's ammo.
I have no idea, you know. I go into this with an idea what it'll do, but...
Yeah. Well, we're going to give it a try. We got a lot of various targets out here. Put your predictions down here first, if you think it's going to go through. Then you can go back and edit it later and tell everybody how wrong you were. So, enough yapping. Let's get to it. This is your Extreme Penetrator Buckshot. All right, so the first one we're going to fire is a standard double X, which is double-aught buckshot from Winchester. It's right there. Standard old stuff you buy on most store shelves. 2 3/4 inch double-aught buck, .32 caliber pellets. Tell you
1450 feet per second.
Oh, so it's supposed to go a little slower.
Yeah,
that's 1750 advertised over here.
Yeah. And
I'll tell you too, this feels heavier.
The lead one does.
The lead one does, than the taller .31 caliber.
Imagine that, lead's denser than steel.
That's right.
Yeah.
So these are a little bit sub double-aught buck. They're 1 7/8 buck.
Don't start the math.
I understood there would be no math.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna try lead downrange. Brandon is waiting for us downrange. We're gonna start with lead, and then we're gonna compare it with the steel and see what it does to soft body armor. Let's get to it.
1287.
So we're 10 yards away. Jeff says about 10 yards. We got all 9 pellets hit Brandon here on the vest, all around that blue dot. And from our furthest, looks like this is probably our furthest deviation here, we're looking at about 10 inches. So that's about right, 10 yards, 10 inches. This is one pellet that we pulled out of the Kevlar. It went under a layer or two, but it did not in any way go through. It squished around, you know, like you would expect lead to do. You can see the little Kevlar fibers imprinted on it, like a little Play-Doh Fun Factory. There's the beak. So it's a copper-coated lead round.
Yep.
So all 9 pellets hit pretty centered on that on the blue thing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fire we're going to mark these out so we don't confuse them, and we're going to fire the 10 .31 caliber chrome steel Warwolf rounds at it. All right.
Steel buckshot. Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go.
I saw something hit the berm in the behind it.
Did it?
Yeah.
That was light on recoil. Go. It took us a minute, but whoa, we're getting a little. Look at that. It's like a little pinball wizard. That thing is 100% intact. No deformation whatsoever. Oh yeah, you can see.
I can see my reflection.
Oh wow, it's like Black Mirror or something.
Oh, can't see me.
Oh, it's magnetic. Or my knife is.
It's magnetic.
Look at that. So it was provided by the aliens. So while it sits there, I'll show you 2. 6 of them, we counted 6 of them that hit the vest. This could be one up here in his neck. We might have lost one over here on his arm.
I saw the high speed. I saw something hit the berm, and I go, oh, it went through the vest. But we had a flyer that came to the right a little bit.
So I think overall, either the pattern was a little high and right, or the pattern was a little bigger than double-aught buck. So pay no attention to this. This is from old stuff. But look at the back of this vest, the Extreme Penetrator, and they didn't claim that it would go through soft body armor, but we just wanted to show you it did not make it through.
Yeah, I had no idea. And that's some thick stuff too.
Oh,
there. Yeah. This military stuff is
it'll stop
very heavy and thick.
Incoming rockets from North Korea.
Okay, that's the review. What happened there? Here comes the lead buckshot. Looks like all of them hit the Kevlar vest. Even though the dummy was wearing soft body armor, it would still be very painful. I watched an episode of Adam 12 where a gunman was wearing body armor. They shot him several times with buckshot in the chest and it didn't faze him. That's Hollywood for you. Now let's compare that to the steel buckshot, and immediately we see that we have a lot wider spread. In fact, several of the pellets completely missed the Kevlar. With fewer of the pellets hitting and steel being lighter than lead, we have less energy transfer, and in this case the dummy did not fall over just from the impact. But it would still leave some bruises.
Okay, we set up 3 jugs full of green water. Everybody knows that green water is denser than any other color water. So we're gonna fire this double-aught buck.
Yeah, be careful. People don't understand when someone's telling a joke.
People will believe it.
Yeah, I got to put a disclaimer in there.
Hey, you guys, that's a blue plus and not an orange triangle.
That's not actually green.
Yeah. That wasn't Beavis. That actually looked like Homer Simpson.
Okay. Anyway.
So double-aught buck, lead double-aught buck, standard old double-aught buck. We're gonna fire it through the 3 green jugs. We have a little witness board back here who looks kind of worried, actually. He was from a previous video. But that's going to capture whatever might pass through these 3 jugs.
We moved it a lot closer to, so we'll have a tighter pattern.
Yeah, we're only about, what would you say, 7 yards?
Maybe, yeah.
So our pattern should still stay roughly the size of these green jugs. And then we'll see if we can bust through all 3 of them and if anything prints back here. And then we'll try the exact same test with different color water and some steel rounds. There we go on the jugs. Well, we busted all 3.
The table?
And the table. Every bit of the double-aught buck went through. I'm not even sure which one was in front. You guys can probably tell, but these things got annihilated. And we counted, I think, 6 or 7 double-aught buck pellets hit down here. The shot was a little low, so they could have hit and struck down here. I don't know, but.
And I saw a couple low.
Doesn't really matter because they all went through 3 jugs of water and still made it to our very surprised target.
So if it goes through 3 jugs of water, it's going to go through the walls of your house too, right?
Oh yeah.
Everything goes through walls.
Yeah, if you want to know anything about shooting through the walls of your house, swing by OG's Danger Show, where we have a video about shooting birdshot through the walls of your house.
Ah.
That's right, cross promotion, little shameless plug there.
Of course.
All right, let's give it a try though with some steel, and pretty sure, even though they're lighter and smaller, pretty sure the steel's going to bust through 3.
Well, we can't predict that.
This is my prediction.
Oh, okay.
We have red water though. Everybody knows that red water is lighter and not as dense as green water. So let's give it a try and see if there's any difference. Yeah, slightly lighter recoil, and I don't think
the table didn't fall over. The table didn't fall over that time.
The table did not fall over.
But that's an important clue, It's how much energy is hitting it.
Exactly. If a round passes through everything super fast and penetrates very well, it's usually not going to dump a lot of energy here and knock over a bunch of shit downrange. It's going to fly on through.
Or it's just the lead has a lot more energy and it's dissipating, the energy into the jugs and causing the table to fall over.
And obviously we busted up 3 of the jugs again, passed right through. And then our little witness guy back here, I just counted, there's a couple little doubles here, but all 10 pellets made it onto our cardboard here. So the group held pretty tight, basically like my splayed out dainty palm.
Yep.
So I don't know, was that scientific or not?
I think so.
Everything made it through 3 water jugs.
Yeah.
In our test with the lead buckshot, all but 1 impacted the jugs. We still had a pretty tight spread and a lot of energy transfer, enough to knock the table over. Here comes the steel buckshot. Looks like all but too impacted. If you look on the left, you can see a couple that kind of barely missed. But so far, we don't see any major difference between steel and lead.
This is stainless steel. You said it's about 1/8 of an inch thick?
Yes.
This is actually the nose cone of an F-18. I don't know why we have a bear here, but why not have a bear here?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is shoot the double-aught buck, the lead double-aught buck at it first, and see what it does as far as penetrating. I don't think anything's going to penetrate. And then, of course, we're going to fire the steel versus stainless steel.
Flip it around.
Round.
Yeah.
You might notice here that nothing here is a flat surface, so we don't know where they're all going to go. We've placed it a safe distance away from our table because everything that hits is going to splatter off in different directions. So,
yep.
Safety. Go. Oh, listen to that ding. And I was wrong. It didn't kick it way back. Yeah, 3 out of 9 pellets, roughly 1/3 of the pellets hit this F-18 nose cone and made, like Jeff said, little dents. Did not in any way come close to punching through. Barely made a bulge on the backside of this stainless steel. And then
don't cut your fingers on the inside of that. No, it's very rough.
Friggin' sharp. It's like reaching inside of a salad grater. If you look down here on this surface, look at this. Where they did splatter, they left all kinds of...
Oh yeah, look at that.
Not the dirt, but look at the little, how that splattering dented that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, now we'll flip it 180 degrees around so we have a fresh side. It's not compromised, right?
Oh yeah, it's not compromised. Perfectly clean side. Let's put some steel against it. All right.
Steel.
Steel versus steel. Remington steel. Here we go. That's a good thing. Oh. We had 5 impacts instead of 3, so that's better. 5 out of the 10 balls that came down here is almost 50%. You can see they left real shiny little dents, but check that guy out. I actually had to double check and make sure this wasn't a pre-drilled hole from the nose cone, but no, that was punched in there by the Warwolf round.
Wow.
Went right through. So
finally,
the dents hit a lot harder than the lead impacts did, and one of them made it straight through.
And we're finally able to show some kind of difference, right?
Yeah. The honey badger appears to be uninjured, so it missed her completely, but there's nothing really to report inside here. There's just little dent marks inside. So I don't know. That was pretty impressive, though.
Yeah. Finally a big difference in
something cool with the Warwolf. And I don't know if you guys saw it before, but it came out in the 1,200 feet per second, so quite a bit slower than Warwolf advertises at 1,750. So that's to be expected though with anybody that makes ammo.
But the Winchesters are also reading low.
Yes.
A couple 100 feet per second low too.
And those of you who know ammo know that everybody who makes ammo over predicts what their ammo is going to do. They usually shoot it out of a 28-inch shotgun barrel so they get the maximum velocity, and then they print that on the box. You're shooting it out of an 18-inch tactical shotgun. There's no way it's coming close. So.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you explained that.
Yeah.
Don't get that. You're going to cut yourself with that thing.
Slice my head up.
Stop it.
On the safety dance. Right, you've all seen the 30-pound lead plate cast by Danny himself. And what is that?
Stop it.
A fan favorite, the lead plate. Everybody likes to see what rounds are going to do against the lead.
We need to shoot regular things at it, like maybe a 9mm too.
I have that with me. All right, so everybody's kind of curious as to how these rounds compare even to like a pistol round. We happen to have a 9mm Glock 17 out here with me today that was stuck to my hip when I arrived, and we're shooting out of it some speared gold dots. I think that's what, yeah, speared gold dots.
Yeah, we shoot the lead plate with 12-gauge slugs, but we penetrate the dang thing.
Yeah.
And I would like to see, and viewers like to see just a 9mm does to it or something else, you know?
Then I shall help accommodate.
Okay.
We're using, just because everybody's going to be curious, a little Hollow Sun 507C, red dot on top, standard old 9mm out of what is that, 4-inch barrel, I think. Let's see what it does against the lead, and then we're going to follow that up with double aught buck and steel Warwolf.
1163.
Okay. 9mm round actually kind of punched a little deeper hole than I thought.
Not bad.
Didn't expect it to go that deep. So we're going to use that just as a comparison. Now we're going to put some double aught buck on this thing and some steel Warwolf.
Go.
Oh.
Go.
7 out of 9 of those pellets hit our lead plate here, barely on some of these edges here, and how that one missed the steel holder and hit the lead, I don't know. You see the 9mm round here, actually I was a little surprised myself that the double aught buck rounds didn't penetrate or didn't dig as deep as the 9mm round did.
They're lighter and they are traveling faster.
They're traveling faster though, but yeah.
They had a little higher reading on that one,
13.32 caliber versus 0.38, I think, on a 9mm. What we are finding all over the front of this target out here on the ground are these little tiny bits of copper jacket, because each of those Winchester rounds, they're not just a standard.
That's from the double aught buck, you know. They're copper plated, whatever that does.
So they're fancy. They're double aught buck dressed up for a party.
Yeah.
They just Winchester thinks that's going to keep them from deforming as they fly down them.
I don't know.
But we got 7, I think 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6, because that's a 9mm round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm just going to mark these out just so we don't confuse them. Let's go ahead and put some, let's go ahead and put our balls out here on this other plate, our shiny one.
That doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't.
Sorry.
Nothing about this video sounds right. If you wanted something that sounds right, you'd click over to another show right now. Let's go ahead and put our steel balls right here on this plate and see how far and how many we'll hit and how deep they'll go.
Now, getting hit with one 9mm bullet would be pretty bad, but getting hit with multiple impacts from double aught buckshot, I think that would ruin your week.
All right, here we go.
1507.
Huh. That's the fastest one so far. I think.
Yeah, it was.
So I think we got what, five strikes on
I don't
lead?
know. Can you count?
I can't count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay,
so you get 5 strikes out of 10. That's almost 50%. And you can tell if you zoom in on these, you can tell they look a little different than the ones done by the double aught buck.
Yeah, very deep.
They're very deep. They're very shiny, and where they hit all on their own, they make a much smaller hole than the big.
Yeah, because they don't expand.
Yeah.
We found
we did
4 or 5 of them on the ground here.
One right in front of your left toe, right there in front.
Another one, yeah.
About to bite you. Yeah, we found a bunch of them out here on the, well, not on the table, but we've collected them on the table.
That doesn't work, Jeff.
You can see yourself in that.
I know.
You can see your future in there if you look real close. But what we're going to do is check with this. This is a calibrated Papermate ink pen. Did you know that?
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, it's calibrated in metric system.
Oh, okay.
But you guys can. That's about how deep. That is a scientific mark right there. How deep those rounds went.
Okay. It's about.
But
3/4 of an inch, maybe.
Take a look at this. This is kind of cool too, and this is a TFM first. You can tell our angle iron that's been out here for years. This time it got struck here, a little one. It took a good center hit right there and made a nice little deep.
It's 1/4 inch thick angle iron.
Yeah, which is almost a 1/4.
Yeah.
And then look at that little thing right there, little flower.
It's all decolored or discolored, whatever.
Yeah, decolored and discolored.
Heat discolored.
Your lead plate looks like freaking Swiss cheese out here now.
Yeah, it looks like the moon.
But they made some pretty cool little impacts in there.
Yeah, definitely deeper, harder material. It's lighter than lead.
Yes. So we have kind of proven, I guess, if you'd say, in a hillbilly ditch bank sort of way, We've proven that these do penetrate deeper than double-aught buck, than the typical double-aught buck. What do they say?
They say the lead doesn't lie.
Oh, that's right. I have heard that somewhere before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, authorities believe that lead doesn't lie. But what we do know is these balls went deep. Come on. We can't pass that one up. Balls deep, that's a joke for the ages.
Okay.
All right, well,
that's it. I think that's it.
That's it. The sun's going down.
No, it isn't. Well,
it's actually going down. It's just not down. We're going to wrap it up, though. We appreciate you guys watching this. The Warwolf ammo, although maybe didn't live up to its claims 100%, still impressive. None of our chrono readings were anywhere close to the 1750 that they predicted.
We got up to about 1500.
We did get a 15.
Yeah, that last one was 15.
But remember, those ammo manufacturers test in a longer barrel so they can get bigger numbers. We're shooting at that of an 18-inch tactical barrel, so we're not 100% fairsies across the board anyway. But
yeah,
it was some fairly impressive ammo. If you're looking for this kind of thing, maybe that's your deal.
If you need to punch through 1/8-inch stainless steel pipe, you know,
people do from time to time.
Many times I've needed to like drill a hole in it in stainless, and that'd be perfect for you.
Yeah, and if you're missing a drill or your drill battery's gone dead, and you're like, hey, I know what? I'll just bring my shotgun out to the garage and fire around through my 1/4-inch steel pipe.
Yes.
Anyway, we appreciate you guys watching this. Do not try this at home. We are not what you call experts. So we thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to step out of this mud puddle. We're going to clean up this site. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, isn't it? We usually save the water test for last. That's what happens.
We're going to scoop some of this up and mail it to the Patreon donors. All right, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next video.
Calibrated.
And here it comes. Whammo. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video and you got to learn the differences between lead buckshot and steel buckshot today. Now, to be honest, I don't know what the applications of this hardened steel buckshot is. If you have an idea, let us know. Thank you for watching, and thank you everyone who donates blood.
Calibrated.